up tall. Keep the chest up tall. That's it. This is probably one of the best things you can do.
You're gonna get one.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, one minute behind me.
I'll probably follow.
I do feel that way because it makes you sit up straight, right? If you sit up straight, and I told you, if you were a low back patient, you came into the clinic, I would have you doing this for upper body because you stabilize low back while you're working above it, and that's what you need to do.
Even without the tension.
Yeah. We can put a little in there.
Oh, that's too much. No,
Right? So the idea here is, okay, now you do it for time. 3 minutes, 5 minutes. First you start with revolutions. 25, 30 revolutions, okay? And then 25, 30 revolutions backwards. Then you increase time. 3 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes front, 5 minutes back, you know?
I mean, that's what I'm
Then you can drop it down to the feet and do the same.
The last time I was going to rehab, not this time. Not rehab, after rehab, I went outpatient. They had me do these, and I'm trying to remember, I think I did 10 minutes each way, and it was a long time for me.
That's a lot. You gotta build up to that. You can't just jump in and do 10 minutes.
Pretty good.
No, you built up to it. Yeah, it's a long time, but see, you know, if the body can handle 10 minutes, you know, that's really the heart and
My
lungs.
body could handle it, I'm feeling it in the arms right now.
You're supposed to.
I know.
That's just because we're weak.
That's why I want to, use some other machines at the gym, because I know I'm not getting any exercise other than the bike.
Right, agreed. That's why this guy would come in handy for you, you know?
I'll probably look at that.
And I'll show you a couple other exercises since you'll be on video, on how to do the upper body, you know, where sitting in a chair where you would come up, out, back, and down. And the only difference between you and I doing them here and the NFL players is they do them with weights.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. I'm serious. Because what it does is it helps joint congruency. It gets the ball to socket in there nice and tight. That way, you know, these meatheads in the NFL can really go maniac lifting cars and stuff like that. Not quite. All right, take a deep breath in through your nose. In through your nose. And blow up the balloon. Hold it, take a minute.
Go ahead. Don't get me in it.
Oh, shit. Take a break for a sec.
Take a break.
Take a break for a second. Let's see where you're at. So where are you down visiting from? Or should we get that on camera?
Boston.
Boston?
Remember, he has no birthday this
What about you? Where do you live?
Where do I live?
Yeah.
Right here.
Friday.
Florida. Born and raised here in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised here in Florida.
Nice.
My son goes to school up in Indiana at Trine University. One of my
Okay.
sons. So you're at 98%, heart rate's at 77. Keep going.
Keep going, Harry.
Good
Be
stuff.
good.
Now we're going backwards. Good posture.
Do you come here every week, or
I do. Once a week.
or do different people come?
No,
No.
that's him.
Right, okay.
No, I'm the guy right now.
Okay.
Chris, how long will we have? Like a month? How much they give you? A month the same or?
Usually to 30 days or something like that to start. But they, you know, if you're making progress or anything like that, they can always recertify.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
How many days is it at this point?
Not 3? Is it 3? They giving you 3 weeks already?
Ba-dee-dum-bum. I started with you March 15th. And we're good all the way up till the end of April. April 28th would be my last visit, then they'll come in and recertify you or, you know, assess you from there. So if by the end of the month you're in good shape, you go to the gym. If you still need
I
me,
want to
you
show
go.
you the mimeograph sheets.
Okay. Up tall.
I'm feeling it in here. That's the only place I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I don't get tired, I don't.
Because you don't do anything with your arms,
Exactly.
right? You don't do anything with your arms nowadays. So yeah, the rowing machine, some of the things in the gym, this guy just doing that. That's beautiful for your arms and heart and lungs. I mean, it gets the blood moving through the body. That's the biggest thing. Because it draws it up, it cycles all the way through, right? And as you're sitting using upper body, that's what's sucking it up, bringing it up.
While I'm doing it, I start to feel it is in the arms.
And that's when when you start to feel it, you should push it maybe another minute, maybe 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Challenge it, even though you're feeling it, that's the lactic acid buildup, you know? So you stop that flushes, okay? No harm done, that's just a byproduct of the muscles working. Okay, so yeah, you're feeling it, okay. I don't want to say tough it out, work through pain, but go for about another minute or something, give it a challenge.
I remember when I was a walker, sometimes I'd start to walk, and the first few minutes were really tough, and then it would ease off.
Sure, because it takes that 3 to 5 minutes typically for the blood to get all the way through the body, and then go through the cycle of the heart and all that stuff, and then you're considered warmed up. But prior to that blood going all the way through efficiently, some of the body becomes ischemic, you know, it becomes tight and tired because it wants more blood. If I'm working legs, those hold the blood, so everything up here gets ischemic with blood. They get tired from the byproduct, you let it go, they release the blood, and then you, okay. That's why it's not a bad thing, even if you're on the treadmill for, you know, on the bicycle for 15 minutes, if you were to stop at 7 minutes and rested for a minute or two, no harm done. Your heart rate's still going to stay up, the blood's still going to cycle, and then you get back into it.
I don't go for the half hour usually.
Half hour straight?
Straight.
At any resistance? Are you huffing and
I don't
puffing?
get tired. I get bored, but I don't get tired.
Yeah, see, that's what you got to do there is increase the resistance a little bit. It's not supposed to be friendly. You know, all kidding aside, it's supposed to be effort, and you know, if you can talk to me, then you're not really challenging much. I mean, you can talk to me, but you should huff and puff once in a while.
But it's still loosening up the muscles, isn't it?
Sure, I'm not saying it's bad for you. I'm just saying if you want improvements, you've got to challenge it a little bit more. Absolutely, it's good for you as far as range of motion, circulating blood, heart and lungs. Absolutely, it's great, it's wonderful. But if you want improvements, stability, strengthening improvements, you got to tax it a little bit.
Other than the cardio values, what I'm looking for is my back to be able to do a little more than I'm doing with walking and such. And that's my prime reason for doing the bike. And I'm doing only the bike because I feel that's all I can do, unless you tell me to try some others that I can.
Like the new step.
I can do.
Like the new step.
Yeah, well, I've tried the new step. The first time I tried it, I got off because I was feeling it in the hip.
Since we've been working together?
No.
Okay,
before.
because you told me that before, and I told you to do just one or just the other.
Right.
Because the nerve should glide ever so slightly.
Before or after my hip surgery.
All right, so Monday we'll check it out Monday, because then you can get on it, because that's going to work your arms. And if you notice, look, back up a little bit.
Okay, who's calling?
That's good, right there. Now just work with me as if I were on a new step.
No.
Get away from the chair. Sit up straight. There. Now, notice you got to hold your gut tight. Yes, no? You don't feel it?
Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Mann, excuse me for a second.
Where should I be feeling it?
What are you holding tight?
I need to-
What do you feel when you're doing
Therapy
this?
session, so we can't figure
Well, I
out-
haven't really tightened
Therapy session,
anything.
Then how are you staying upright?
I'm just sitting upright.
Okay, how are you maintaining that? How come you're not slouching?
No, you can't.
But even though I'm not aware of it, is that what you're saying?
That's the idea. That's the idea. You want to manage your back, right? We're not doing surgery, nothing like that. You want to manage it, it's right there. I told you, between nipples and knees, but right there at the belly, tightening up, okay? Then you move all your motion. We were doing it the other day in there. It's about spinal
But
stability.
you're not saying I should tighten up, right?
Yeah, I'm saying you should all the time. Any waking moment,
Yeah?
right? Any waking moment,
Oh, okay.
right? Remember that? Okay, why? Go ahead and try to be slack. Now your whole body feels like it's rotating, right? Your spine's doing this.
Yeah, it's kind
Tighten it up a
Thank
little
you.
bit. You're able to move like a machine, yes? Feel the difference?
Yeah.
And that's the idea. So, do we need a gym? Not necessarily, right? If you could go through the motions just like you're doing that machine, simulating that machine, you're getting the benefits, boss. When you need resistance is when we need the machine, right? You gotta take the body, you gotta have the body mechanics because that's what you take with you everywhere. That's gotta be stable. Then you gotta be able to mobilize, be mobile with it, then strengthen it.
I've been aware quite a few times during the day of the sitting exercises, you know,
Tell me what you're doing. What are you doing?
the,
I know what you're doing, I want you to explain it to me. Explain it to him.
I'm pulling my chest down,
Pulling your chest out.
this, and it's pulling on the spine.
How are you doing that?
I'm just doing it.
How?
I'm pulling myself up
With what?
with my body,
Okay. Pulling yourself up.
and then I've been doing the other one, the other way.
The pelvic tilt,
Yeah,
where you kind of on the ceiling. I'm
yeah.
not getting that on film.
I've been trying both of those. You know, when I'm sitting and
Mhm.
just to.
Okay, so to be clear, you're puffing your chest up by straightening your low back, yeah? Arching your low back.
Right.
That's what you're doing. You're not lifting your chest up. That's a result because you're straightening up down here,
Right.
right? Everything is happening between the belly button and the pubic bone right there, yeah? That's your slouch correct. Very good, okay? Now, try to do the pelvic tilt and go the other. That's it. Good. Now, the pelvic tilt, the slouch correct is when you're sitting. The pelvic tilt is when you're standing. When your spinal stenosis starts to act, you're walking too much and stuff, and gee, Chris is starting to hurt. That's when you pelvic tilt. Whereas before you used to bend over, we don't want to bend over, we want this upper part straight, so we tilt, right? We gap it from the bottom end, okay? Via the muscles. So the 10-cent version, again, from the spinal stability. That's why I want you sitting up straight with no support while you're doing this, and doing this, and doing this. None of this is movement.
But if I'm doing the pelvic tilt while I'm sitting, it's still giving me some benefits, isn't it?
Yeah, it's giving you more recruitment down there, but if you do it while you're sitting, you're pushing that disc out further.
Because I could feel it, you know.
I know you can feel it, but think about it now. Remember that cut on the back of the finger? If I'm sitting, I've already got it cut. Well, if I do it more, it's going to bleed more. So if I'm sitting and I do a pelvic tilt, I'm pushing that disc out further. You follow me?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, we're gapping it, but it's not the position we want to do in sitting. We want to arch in sitting. We want to sit on the sit bones, right? If you pelvic tilt, you'll feel the sacrum. You'll feel the center of your butt, right? As you do your slouch corrects, you feel it shift to the sit bones. That's where you belong in sitting. You follow me?
I'm trying to.
Give it back to me. It's important. I know how to do it. You've got to. It's on tape. You're going to have to watch it over and over and over and over.
I never get them anyhow. He sends it to me on one of the, whatever you call it, social,
On Facebook or something?
Facebook or something, and I never can bring it up.
Okay, so the idea in sitting, you do your slouch corrects. In standing, that's when you do the pelvic tilts.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. First and foremost is from the belly button up, needs to stay upright. It needs to stay upright because that's going to start getting your back in shape, right? Because you're trying to correct that stenosis. If I stay down here, I'm narrowing that spinal canal more and more. That is in fact stenosis. So we need to kind of keep it up straight as much as possible. Right?
And you truly believe I do this for a while, I'll be able to stand longer or walk further?
Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
I'll have to,
That's right.
because otherwise I'm wasting time.
Theoretically, yes, sir, that's the way to go. Now, everybody's different. How much improvements will we get to be determined? Is it the right plan and course of action? Absolutely.
Well, that's.
Absolutely, I'll sign off on it right now. Without a doubt, without 100%, I'm confident that is the proper plan of care for you. As a spine certified therapist, proper plan of care for you. Mhm. If we don't, we're just gonna keep going this way.
Getting back to that, are there different qualities and are they all pretty much the same?
Yeah, they're pretty much the same. I mean, Kmart, Walmart, you know, they have them there for like $26.
No, of course, I thought maybe if they're pretty much the same, maybe I would just order it online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you can order it online. The Carol Wright magazine, you know those magazines?
Yeah,
CarolWright.com, I think they got them for like $19.99.
I might even have one of the magazines kicking around.
Yeah, but, you know, or you go on to .com, since you're that tech guy. And they're like $19.99 for them online.
I'm not one of these people who does everything online, but we called a couple of locals and they don't have them in stock, you know, you have to either order it or order
From what, like
it
a Sports
online.
Authority or something?
Well, who'd you call, Target and Walmart, Betsy?
We call Bed Bath, and the one we called didn't have it, and Target, they were out.
Yeah, usually Kmart and Walmart have them on the shelf.
Oh, they do have it on the shelf?
Yeah, they got them on the shelf by the weights and stuff like that. I see them almost every time I'm in those places. Because I can't go through one of those places without rolling through the sports center and see if I see something I like.
I want to go to the big one.
Yeah, you have to go to the big one. The other ones here don't carry it.
All right, so sit up straight. Okay, you're sitting on the sit bones now, right? You got that arch?
Yeah.
Palms down by your side, palms facing me, and squeeze back. That's it. Squeeze back. This is your shoulder blades are coming back and down. That's what you're thinking about, right? Boom, good. There you go.
Yeah, well, this I've done on my own when I felt, you know, the strain.
Don't wait till you feel the strain. Do it prophylactically.
Yeah, well, now I will.
Oh, okay, good.
But I didn't have my hands facing you. It's
Yeah, absolutely important. And-
assuming if you tell me to do it, there's a reason.
Yeah, watch my shoulders as I go palms down. See how my shoulder internally rotates?
Yeah.
Then I could create bicep tendonitis, you know, and I'm favoring the posture of that shoulder to go down and in. So I'm favoring it to collapse down when I don't want that. I need to open up. So yeah, palms facing away from you.
Okay.
Squeeze back
Makes
and
sense.
relax, yep. Squeeze. Notice you can't slouch like that.
Yeah.
You can't. So if you do 1,001 of these a day, I'm just kidding, but you know, if you do a bunch of these a day, you're not gonna go to this, you might go to this. And that's what we're all about, postural improvement. We gotta get it back up there. Then stabilize it. You know, get up there. Notice, in order to do that, you gotta have something on in here, right? Otherwise you'd be like a pot-bellied pig and it wouldn't work. So you come up here, you stabilize here without knowing it, and then you exercise. That's the goal with you. You need to be able to stabilize here without knowing it any waking moment. That way when you're on something, you're walking, you're doing the bike, you're doing the new step, you're doing anything else, this is stable. When I'm walking, I'm not a slinky spine, it's stable as I'm walking. Okay? All right, come on, let's go for a walk. You still filming? You doing this whole routine?
Listen.
How's it? All right, come on, let's go. Let's take a walk. Just down the inside here.
Well, I didn't get the,
What, the cane?
no,
The walker?
the
Knee reps?
sheets.
Okay. All right, so
Carol.
put these shoulders back and down. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna hold on to you. When you're walking, I want you to, don't turn. This stays tight, right? This, you're gonna swing as much as possible, but this stays tight, okay?
The swinging is straight, isn't it?
Right, but don't let your body rotate with it. There you go. Swing, swing, big. Right? Keeping that stomach slightly tight. Chest is puffed up a little bit, right? Good. The more you keep this on, the better this is going to be. Okay? All right, go ahead, right to the front door. Go ahead. Go ahead. These on, chest puffed up. See, the more you exaggerate that, the more you have to pay attention to this, right? If we walk, you know, just barely like this, I can be slinky here. But if I'm slinging them out here, if I don't have this on, I'm doing this, right? That's not what it's about. Spinal stability right there. I have to sit there. Okay. That's all that extension. Release. Good.
That's what I feel like, right across.
And what do we do? 50 feet twice?
I guess so.
And the pain went away as soon as you sat down?
As soon as I sit down, it eases off.
Right, so why didn't you try to ease the pain while you were still standing?
I don't think it worked for me.
Well, if we don't try it, we're never gonna find out if it works, right? So yeah, okay, I gotta sit down, it's starting to hurt. Well, before I sit down, maybe I can do a pelvic tilt, maybe I can arch, maybe I can reduce that before I have to sit down. Even if it's another minute, right? The idea is how are you gonna manage this? If it's just not working, okay, fine, I gotta sit down, fine, and that's the case. There'll be days that you will be able to reduce it. And the more you keep the spinal stability on and aware of that, the better it will be. All right? Where, did you know where those sheets are?
Where is the towels? Where are the sheets?
The mimeograph sheets?
Was it in? Oh,
No, yours.
Oh. Should I go with that?
Where's your cane? Uh-oh.
I'll just have a lesson.
All right. On your walker, where is something?
I'm following you, just to make sure you're safe, that's all.
This is it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take my time, see what's good. Any pain?
That's it.
There you go. Okay, you're not sucking that in, you're trying to pee on the ceiling, right? Tilt it. That's better. You getting that off? Oh, there he is. Okay, it seems to me like right there, you're drawing that in, you're sucking it in. I need that tilt. That tilt. There you go. That's better. You feel it here or just in here?
No, I'm feeling it, though.
Okay, that's what I need you to feel before it's like I've got to sit down. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, that one's a good one. Right? There's your pelvic tilt, right? You flatten your butt and you try to push that down.
Right.
These two I don't like. Why?
Do I have a pen here?
That one I like. No, no. All right. Why wouldn't I like this? And it probably feels great to you.
I don't know.
Well, if I'm bringing my knees to my chest like that to stretch,
You're pulling on the back.
right, I'm bringing this up, which is pushing the disc back, which is going to create more havoc.
This one is okay?
Yep. That one's good because what is that? That's a pelvic tilt while you're lying down. You can also do those up against the wall, right? You're here up against the wall.
Against the wall.
Right. You're trying to get this part up against the wall. A million a day.
I've done it. Did you look at these?
I did it.
Okay.
No, no, love it.
Okay.
No, no, love it.
This one is good?
Love it, yep. And they said no.
Well, this was a long time.
I know, but see,
This might have been for my wife, I don't remember.
well, either way, but you see what's going on is this is, a lot of practitioners do this when they don't understand the spine and what they're trying to do. They say, stay away from this because it hurts you. Agreed. Because why? If you go extend, you know, on that cream, that disc is coming out, you're pushing into it.
Yeah.
But the idea is to get behind it so you can remodel it. That's the idea. And you can see, pushing this way, tighten the butt and lift it up, you're getting on the back side of it.
Okay.
Doing this, you're getting what? You're spitting it back that way. That's what you need to think about. Which way am I pushing my disc in my movements? Right? Which way is it going? If I do that, if I'm bending over, the disc is going back to the spine where the nerves are. If I'm going away from the spine, the disc is going away from the nerves. That's textbook 101 right there, boss.
Okay, so I've got 2 of them
Yeah. I didn't, is there a third page? I
No.
didn't see.
here.
Just
Is
the
there?
two?
No. Yeah, there is a 3rd
Scalaxin, no, they give them with muscle
page.
relaxers?
Here's the 3rd one.
Yeah, that one's okay. That won't hurt.
I've been doing this one, as a
Yeah,
matter of fact.
that one won't hurt.
When I left the
See
rehab.
your thing, that's your thing. That's what you're teaching him. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's what he's teaching you, Harold.
This is-
You don't have pain and healing.
Mhm. That is.
Yeah.
And see, they're showing sway back here, but that's what you're trying, you know, you're trying to overcorrect, so to you, it's gonna feel like that to get to that. Mhm. And here again, I have one where it's showing the bridge that they said no on. And I'm all about that. I'm all about that. If you don't tighten up the butt and the back extensors there, we're never gonna be able to. You may not be able to go that high, but all you're doing is looking to recruit. Because what am I doing? I'm sending the disc back this way.
So this one is okay, you said?
Yeah, it's just like the other page, it's just a different sheet of it.
I'm sure you'll find a lot of duplication here.
Can you get on your knees?
I haven't tried it, I don't know why not. Well,
Look, there's your
I
pelvic
shouldn't
tilt.
say that.
See that? There's your pelvic tilt. That one I love, if you could get on your knees. See, these are all spinal extension, spinal stabilization exercises that are all
Too
done.
much weight on my knee. I need knee replacements,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be too much on my knee.
Okay. So what if it was
In
in
addition
an
to the
upright?
fact
See how
that I-
straight that spine is if I go upright?
Yeah. Mhm.
So if I were standing and I was doing something like this, right?
Yeah.
This, right? That's beautiful stuff right there. Because why? I'm extending here and here. I'm extending here and here.
Standing.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do many of them. But if you don't go into that arena, you won't be able to do any of them. So you start by doing 2 or 3 at a time. And then, you know, look, the truth of the matter is you can almost do the clock. You know what I mean?
Right.
5 o'clock, so that type of thing. And once you go around the clock, take a break. Because it's so important that you get everything back here again and open up. Because life is caving in on you, everything is here.
Yeah.
And it feels better here now because the stenosis and stuff. Okay? You got a lot here, we don't need to go through all these, you just
No,
need 3 or
Just
4.
pick out a few that you feel would work, that's it.
Huh. That look familiar? That's like our step backs at the kitchen sink, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I was feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Work on those, I'll look through this next time, just work on those. We don't need a whole repertoire, you just need to perfect those.
Right.
Like, ordinary things done consistently well become extraordinary.
I'm not gonna spend my day in bed doing exercise.
Mm-mm. And this one should be done daily, yeah? At the kitchen sink there, you should have, you know, and then back up from the kitchen sink where you still have some place to grab if need be.
I tried it a couple of times, not as often as the other.
Well, that's more important, that spinal stability is so important. That's what's gonna give you the stability standing. So the more you're able to recruit at will and identify that midsection, the better you'll be able to do it in standing and everything else, because now you're working with a stable unit, and the rest of it will work. Okay? All right. Okay, that's cut.